Oh, hello there. Welcome to the final episode of 2020 of Singular Sensation Online. You guys, we're going to make it. It's happening. We did it. We're doing it. Oh my gosh. Cheers to you all. Just cheers to you all. Let's start with that. The eggnog game is strong with this one. I mean, the game is strong. The eggnog's not strong. It's just eggnog. And it's delicious. Speaking of eggnog, you guys, we have a killer mixology segment with isolation cocktails tonight, and they are making hot buttered rum. And for those who prefer not to indulge in the alcohol, they have hot buttered cream. It is going to be delicious. You guys, this is a great episode coming up tonight. I know I say that before every show. I also mean it before every show. We have been so blessed over the past 9 months since we went online to be joined every week by such inspirational, generous artists and all of you at home tuning in who support us every episode. And we're so grateful. You have made the last 9 months that have been quite dark. You've made them a little brighter and a little more tolerable, and we here at the show are just so grateful. So thank you all for an amazing 9 months here online. It is beyond anything we could have expected. What else do we have on tap for you tonight, you ask? We have Heather McGuigan and Jade Repeta that are going to be sharing a musical performance. They, of course, from Heather's Garden Variety, and you may know Jade from Leather by Jade. We're going to chat with them about their pandemic pivots. Of course, we also will be joined by our friends at The New Local to share their Christmakah traditions with us, as well as a song. We also have the wonderful Mark Cassius joining us. And you guys, there is a brand new Christmas musical coming out. It is on the verge of, existence, and it's going to make the world a bigger, brighter, better place. It is called Christmases, and we have the creative team behind that joining us tonight as well to bring some cheer to the place. And our friend Mandy Goodhandy is stopping by to share a song, and we're going to talk a little about Winter Solstice. You guys, it's the longest night of the year, but we have got you covered. We are here for you. We are always here for you. And when 2020 gets here, we'll be there for you then too. You guys, if you don't already, be sure to head on over to our Instagram and give us a follow at _sensation. We post about our upcoming guests, and we try to keep you up to date with a lot of events that are going on within our community and stuff we think you'll think is cool. And if you're watching us on Facebook, but want to join us on YouTube, head on over to YouTube, Singular Sensation Online, click subscribe, click the little ding button so you know when we have a new episode up or a new conversation, because, that's what we do. And we so appreciate your support. We really do. You guys, this show has just meant so much to us over the past while, and we're just very grateful. Now, as we gather, we're reminded that we're situated on treaty land that is steeped in rich Indigenous history and home to many First Nations, Métis, and Inuit people today. We would like to thank the first people of this land and all creation, including the animals, plants, water, air, rocks, trees, and all that exists on this beautiful earth, recognizing the importance of these spirits and connections in the great cycle of life. We recognize we have a responsibility for the stewardship of the land on which we work and live. Today, we acknowledge that we are joining you from the traditional territory of the Algonquin and Anishinaabeg peoples. This territory is covered by the Upper Canada trees. As settlers, we recognize the contributions and historic importance of Indigenous peoples, and it must also be clearly and overtly connected to our collective commitment to make the promise and challenge of truth and reconciliation real in our communities, and in particular, to bring justice to murdered and missing Indigenous women and girls across our country. And we must use our voices and, more importantly, actions as settlers to demand clean drinking water be available to each and every Canadian. Thank you so much for joining us for our last show of 2020. Let's start the show.
You may think you are beyond repair. No one seems to notice, seems to care. You are more than withered stems and brittle leaves. I believe when no one else believes.
I'll give you water, give you light,
Do not give up on your fight, even if everyone gave up so long ago. If I give you love and room, you may blossom, you may bloom. Under the surface, I can see what hides below.
You never know what is going to grow.
Welcome to a life you didn't choose. When you start with nothing, what's to lose?
No one thinks you're even worth a second look. Can't see past the cover of the book.
They think you're nothing, but you're not. You deserve a real shot. Don't be afraid to let the life inside you show.
With some love, with some room, you may blossom, you may bloom.
This is your chance to rise above the status quo. You never know what's gonna grow. The world may have left you to survive on your own.
But one day someone comes along and you are not alone.
They dig a little deeper to the roots, and what they find may surprise them, may astound them,
May completely change their mind.
Give me faith and give me time. One day I will hit my prime. Give me a yes when I'm so used to hearing no. Give me shelter, give me space. I need time to find my place. Give me a chance to shine. I know the world will glow. You never know what's going to
You may think you are beyond repair.
No one seems to notice, seems to care.
You are more than withered stems and brittle leaves. I believe when no one else believes.
That, of course, was from the musical Grow, music and lyrics by Colleen Doncian, Akiva Romer-Siegel, and the libretto by Matt Murray. I want to thank Colleen for sending us that so we could share it with you. Guys, that has been such a blessing of this show over the past few months, is that we get to share all of the amazing work that this community is creating in a time where, you know, you'd really have every right to not want to do that. But it takes more than a pandemic to keep the creative souls in this community down, and we're so proud. So thank you, Colleen, for sharing that with us. I had this plan tonight, you guys, because I'm home. As you can see, this is a different background. Safely home, self-isolating for a little while. And I had this plan to bring my mom on screen. My mom's a frontline worker. She is a personal support worker, and she has been, like so many frontline workers and healthcare workers, busting daily, keeping people safe, keeping people healthy. And she works in a long-term care home. So most importantly, keeping people feeling loved and cared for at a time that's quite difficult and quite isolating. So I was going to bring her on camera to say hello and to celebrate her. But because she's up working at like 4 o'clock every morning, she's actually asleep on the couch over there. So I'm not going to wake her up. But I would like to extend a very heartfelt thank you and just express our gratitude for all of the frontline workers who have been working so hard for less than you're worth, I'm sure. But just know that we so appreciate it. And you can show your appreciation by wearing a mask and by staying, being reasonable and safe and smart and considerate. We really are in this storm together, and that's the only way we're going to come out of it. So frontline workers, thank you. Mom, thank you. I love you over there. And she's letting me take over her living room for tonight's show. And I do know how lucky I am to be here right now. And I'm going to soak every moment of it in. And I'm just, we just want to say thank you. Thank you to everyone who's working a little harder than maybe you would be this time last year. And parents, oh my gosh, you are crushing it. You are teachers, caregivers, parents, you are all the things. So just everybody, you're just doing such a great job, and we're going to get through this. And yeah, thank you. So today, you guys, as I mentioned before, it is the winter solstice. It's the longest night of the year, and it is the longest hours of darkness, the rebirth of the sun, and it's believed to hold a powerful energy for regeneration, renewal, and self-reflection. So like in pagan times, the winter solstice was referred to as Yule and as a celebration of moon energy, and it was believed on this day that the moon would give birth to the sun. So it's a time of quiet energy where you get the opportunity to look within yourself and focus on what you want and what you need. So, you know, I guess the lockdown's a good time because now we can do that introspective work if we had to look for a silver lining. So it's a time to set goals and intentions for the coming year, to examine and let go of the past, to make changes within ourselves. The solstice essentially is tied to a personal awakening. And when we think of times like this, of transition in the year coming to an end, it's a time to reflect on the year that was, you know, lessons we've learned. And I think we've learned a lot of them this year. And I bet you some of those lessons are learning that you're stronger than maybe you thought you were. And it's a time to really start to think about and set intentions of what we want the year ahead to look like. And speaking of looking ahead, I'm so excited to welcome back our dear friend, Mandy Goodhandy, to share some of her thoughts on the solstice and maybe pull a few cards and give us some insight of what's in store for all of us. And really, we're just happy to have her any chance we get. So please welcome from your house to mine, our friend, Mandy Goodhandy. Hello, welcome.
Oh, thank you, Jenny. Jenny, that was very unfair what you did. My God, it's like that beautiful video, and you got me started. I was all emotional and all those wonderful, beautiful faces, and it was a beautiful song, and I recognized so many of them.
Right from our show, yeah.
And then you started talking about your mom, and oh my God, it's like, you know, yes. Yeah.
Listen, I got to be on your toes somehow, you know?
Well, you really got to me, and it kind of threw me off. But what I was doing during the video, though, which was when it comes to doing cards, I do cards by energy. And as those beautiful people were singing, and I was picking up a lot of energy from that. And that's when I started pulling the cards. And
okay.
You know, it's interesting because when you do like a group thing like that, you pick up, you can't pinpoint exactly who the spirit is that's giving you this, or what the energy, the particular person that's giving off the energy. But some of those young people out there, they're so looking forward to their future, and which is wonderful that they're looking forward to it. And I hope they know that things are going to get better. They really will. It will get better. This is their horrible time, but they're still young. So when this is over, they still have a big, long life left. I had my big, long life, and so I'm not as upset. Us older people are not as upset as you younger people should be, because we had a lot of living, and a lot of us, they didn't have to go through a war or anything like this until now. So there was about 6 of those young people that are in relationships that they shouldn't be in. And I'm glad I'm not pinpointing who they are, because that wouldn't be cool, but they already know who they are, which is interesting because they're doubting it and going, should I be in this relationship? And it's youth that does that. Youth, sometimes we want love. We want to look for love. Society says you have to be in love. The movies say you have to be in love. Theater says you have to be in love. Theater is like you need to find somebody, you need to settle down, and you need to be in this relationship, you need to be in love. But what we mistake for love sometimes is ownership instead of relationship. And a lot of the times we are with a frog that we don't realize will never turn into a prince ever, or a princess, or non-gender. So that's what I was reading off some of them. But what I'm going to tell people in general when it comes to the new year as I was pulling this, because I just watching them perform and getting their energy, it was almost like seeping up the youth and kind of go, oh my God, come at me. It's like you're giving me all of this information because of your beauty and your strength and your, the fact that you're so happy and getting ready to get on with your life is watch out for narcissists. I've talked to you about this, Jenny, before for 2020. I think I mentioned to you. Narcissists are going to be revealed in 2020. The veil is dropping. And what happened was with beautiful, kind people, they team up with narcissists sometimes, accidentally. And a lot of times they will hang in there, Jenny, because they're so beautiful and so innocent and so wonderful, these people that link with them, because they think they'll change. And they don't. They will drain all of your beautiful, wonderful light, your beautiful and your wonderful energy, and they will give nothing back. So if you think that this person you're with, you shouldn't be, then you shouldn't be. Go with your instincts. Always go with your instincts. Believe me, it's not wrong. And when it comes to love, real, true love, you'll still have family and friends. And believe me, you can hang in there until that real right person comes along for you, whoever that may be. And that's one of the things I'll definitely have to say when it comes to the new year. I mean, I'm getting cards like the Emperor, and I'm getting cards like the Chariot. People just bolstering through there, somebody stealing your heart away, somebody trying to take away your soul and your spirit. And this is what narcissists do. And they leave you feeling in pain. And the problem is they make it look like it's your fault. You're the one with the problems. And you're not. Take my word for it. They are the ones with the problems. But it will end because of the veil being dropped starting this year and going into new year. You're all going to kind of wake up and kind of go, I don't need this. I don't need you. I don't need this person. I need me. All that beautiful energy you're putting into that person, you're wasting your time. Put it into yourself. Grow. Take that beautiful talent and wonderful talent you have and just go with it. Am I going on too much?
No, I scheduled the segment to be long enough to read it. Yeah.
Oh, okay. I just hate to think I'm.
But I liked your circle back to grow. That was nice.
Oh,
because that was the song. That's the show. So if 2021 is about growth.
Yes.
I guess we picked the right. You picked
the perfect song, and you picked the perfect people. And whoever put that beautiful video together, I didn't get to see all the names because they were going so quickly.
Colleen Dauncey, that's her beautiful work.
Well, beautiful, beautiful work, everybody. That was I was so touched by that and so excited for all of you. And I'll continue that excitement because when it comes to the tarot cards, I don't normally like to do is Joey, my lovely gay assistant is here, Joey Warkachuk, and he does this for a living and he does it online and everything. I only do it when I feel it. But that's okay. And but the thing is he knows what I'm talking about and he knows. So what happens is when I feel it, then I start looking at it and doing the reading. Is your mother doing okay? She's still having that?
No, she's nappy. She's good.
Was she? Someday, I can't wait to meet her. Someday, I
know. She feels the same way.
It's going to be wonderful because I'm sure she has all this beautiful, beautiful energy that she's passed on to you, and it's going to be great. But the thing is, so my big advice to a lot of people out there. So, I'm sorry, I went off topic. I was talking about the fact I don't always like to do these big general readings.
Mhm.
Okay, Jory is adorable when he does those. He goes, okay, here's your readings for this month. Here's the reading for, and he starts pulling the cards, which is okay. That's his style. And it's kind of like, oh, everybody's going to be this. But I can't do that. But I did go with the energy with a group of people, which was the beautiful people you brought for me. And I'm not doing a reading on you because we're done reading.
This is not
And-
about me.
Yeah, it's very, it's very, nobody needs to know those things. No,
Oh God.
as I was speaking, I was following up because I don't know if it was one member or are there a lot of those people in that video, are they watching now? Or are they they just did the video and
I mean, I couldn't tell you. I mean, you guys can comment if you like, or
Okay.
not. I
if
don't know.
you're out there, there's one or two that are watching. I don't know which ones are, but this is the card that I pulled for them. Okay, which means they understand what I'm saying and they actually agree with what I'm saying. And they're going to learn now to go. This card is all about going with the moment, going with whatever is going to happen. They're going to be set free. They're going to go, whatever that nonsense is, I always let interrupt my life and my talent. I'm giving that away and I don't want it anymore. And I'm going to start taking claim of myself. And we all have to do that. Don't wait until you're my age before you realize this. It's like, screw them all. Okay. I don't care if it's your agent. I don't care if it's a director or a producer or anybody in that industry. It's like, it's a simple matter of your talent will always win out, always. Okay. And if anybody is trying to put you down, it's because they're jealous and that's it. Or they're narcissists. And narcissists, like I was saying, are the worst. Okay. Don't ever listen to them. They gaslight. That's all they do. And my darlings, it's like, take that talent, let it go. But know this, do it on your own. Do it yourself. Don't let other people read into that. Don't let them suggest or tell you how you should be. If you're doing a part in the theater, it's understandable. You're following a script. I get that. The director, they're in charge. I get that too. But if they try and get a little personal, as in, or maybe you should try this, or maybe you should do this, as in something that's trying to take away from your vast talent, don't allow that. Go with what you are true with. Go with what you know is right. Okay, because we're getting the star card. Okay, that's what it's all about. It's you. You already know you're good at it. Stick with that. Just don't tell other people you know you're good at it. Okay, that never works very well in the theater. Okay.
So what I'm hearing from this is growth and self commitment, self dedication, self investment, and self belief.
Yes.
Which
you have to start with you. And I've talked to many friends of mine when they're getting into relationships, and I've said to them, what are you bringing to the table of this relationship and what are they bringing? Is it even? Is it equal? Are you working together as a couple? Are you working together as friends as well as everything else? Are you working together well as partners? Because if someone else is trying to be in charge and trying to direct or change you, you're in the wrong relationship. You just are. I'm sorry, you want to be in love, but you're not. Okay, so it's not going to help. So please don't hang in to something that you may think in the back of your mind when you're thinking, maybe this isn't for me. It's not for you. If you're thinking it's not for you, that's what the universe is telling us through all of this, the change in 2020. You know, whether the universe hit us over the head with this thing. They hit us over the head with this pandemic. And it was like the universe was going, you're not listening. You're not listening, so here. Okay, now you're going to be by yourself, some of you. Some of you are going to be only with a couple of people. Some of you are being pulled away from a lot of your work, a lot of your art. What are you going to do with it? If you're an artist, then do your art. I'm giving you, this is the universe talking, not me. I'm giving you the opportunity now to get to know yourself, get to live with yourself, get to love yourself, and get to work on your art instead of relying or depending or having to work with other people. It's like I'm telling you, this part of it is a gift. Everything else is a piece of crap, but this part of it is a gift. It's making you open your eyes and go, whoa, okay, now that I'm over going, oh, I don't want to be home. I don't want to be by myself. I don't want to be, and that's a normal reaction. God knows the child in me did exactly the same thing. But it's kind of like, okay, what can I get out of this that I don't think is actually happening? So what can I do? And so for me personally, I'm working on little projects that I always kept putting off, and I'm doing that, but it's not about me. It's about you wonderful people out there in the theater, okay? You theater people, you wonderful, wonderful beings out there. Let me tell you this. I can tell you a million things, but I'm going to tell you this. Being in the theater a long time ago, when I was very young, it was all about me. Always all about me. What can I get? What can I get out of this? What do I want to do? I don't need to listen to you. Oh, no, I know everything. And you know what? I didn't know anything. But the thing is, it's like when you're in theater, sometimes you are tempted to think you're better than what you are. And you know what? You are better than what you are. But you don't tell other people that. You don't act like that. Know that inside. That's the only place you need to know it. If you notice anybody who's in the industry who actually made a name for themselves, and not even famous, I'm not talking about fame, I'm talking about a name for themselves as in, I want her in the show. I want him in the show. This person's good to work with. This person's very talented. This one is adapt. How do you think they got there? They got there because they know they're good, but they don't have to talk about it. So that's part of it.
So believe in yourself, be confident, keep your cards close, and grow is what I'm getting out of happening in the new year.
You're
stronger and better than you think.
You're so adorable when you sum it all up. That's a wonderful way of, yes, you got it exactly what I'm saying. Oh, I'm sorry, what the cards are saying. Let me clarify that. It's like,
Right.
they're going, that bitch thinks she knows everything. I don't know everything. I know most things, but I don't know everything. The cards know everything, though. The universe knows everything. It's the universe that makes all these plans, you know?
Yeah. Well, it goes back to like what I said before, lessons we've learned over the past year. You're probably a lot stronger than you think. And, there's the saying of everything you need is already inside you, which is something that, I think is very cool and, probably very true. So I appreciate you drawing those.
That's, how the old saying used to be, a lot of different things were wasted on the youth, wasted on the young. It's actually the other way around now. A lot of this wisdom is wasted on the older people, all right? Because we've learned a lot along the way and we have a lot we'd like to pass on. But if you were at that point already when you're young and you've learned all those lessons, could you imagine? It would be unlimited what you could do.
It's an exciting thought to think to move into this new year with. But Mandy, before we let you go, you are going to share a song.
I didn't know you were letting me go.
I mean, from our segment together.
The universe didn't tell me that. Wait a minute. Where's the card that says I'm going? I'm sorry.
I think I'm keeping you on your toes, but really you're the one always keeping me on mine.
Oh,
God love you. What are you going to share with us tonight? We're so glad to have you on our final 2020 episode because you were, of course, on one of our first digital episodes. So it seems right that you sing for us on our last one of the year.
I thought I shared enough, but I'll share a song. And this song, like every song that I ever do, has a story behind it, as in, oh, you lovely, lovely theater people. I mean, this song is the anthem, as far as I'm concerned, from a chorus line. When the dancer she tried to do exactly what I'm telling you all not to do. She thought she was bigger than she was, even though she was extremely talented. But then she ended up going to Hollywood, but she gave up all of the beautiful theater and Broadway. And then she came back and she had to almost beg for work because she was struggling and because she just went too far at that point. But now she was back and the heart felt what she's singing in this song. And I don't know if anybody has. Of course, you've seen it. Why haven't you seen the show? It's one of the few. It's one of the few live shows, theater shows that I haven't walked out on. Let's just put it that way. It was beautifully done when I started the O'Keefe Center years ago, and I'm familiar with the music because I played it over the album over and over and over again, the original cast, and it was just beautiful. And as a dancer, I related to her so much when she was singing the song and related to everything that she was talking about. So this is what I did for Love from a chorus line. And we'll see what happens with this. Should I ask the cards what's going to happen with this?
I trust you. You got this. You don't need them for this one. Thank you, Mandy. Mandy Goodhandy, everyone.
Kiss the day goodbye. The sweetness and the sorrow. Wish me luck the same to you. But I won't regret what I did for love. What I did for love. Look, my eyes are dry. The gift was ours to part. We did what we had to do. I won't forget what I did for you, what I did for love. Love is never gone. As we travel on. That's what will remember. Just say goodbye and point me towards tomorrow. We did what we had won't forget, can't regret what I did for love. What I did for love. What I did for
Mandy, thank you so much for stopping by and sharing that beautiful song and giving us encouragement to grow and believe in ourselves, because that is what is going to get us through everything. And I'm so grateful.
I'm looking forward to seeing all of you very, very soon. Okay, especially all my beautiful theater people.
Okay.
All right.
Happy New Year, Mandy.
You too.
Bye-bye. Well, I guess happy holidays. We don't rush it to the new year. That's how much we want it to be 2021. Am I right? Okay. You guys, thank you to Mandy for joining us for that. And I wish you all the best on your solstice. If you do celebrate the solstice, let us know how you do. Put some love, let us know in the comments how you spend your solstice, if that is how you choose to spend the evening. There's many different ways, and I'm going to do some heavy manifesting when this is done. You best believe the lists are getting made. What else is being made is there is some great digital holiday content coming up all over the internet, starting with Snowed In, presented by On Its Way Musical Productions. And it is a virtual holiday cabaret launching their 20 2020-2021 season of cabarets, and it starts tomorrow night, December 22nd, and you can join them for a night of festive holiday classics and some show tunes, including some stuff from the last 5 years, A Christmas Story, Songs for a New World, and more. So gather your loved ones, grab a drink, and join them for a cozy night in at the cabaret. And you can go to www.eventbrite.ca and you can search for Snowed In. And you can also check them out on Instagram at On Its Way MP. Speaking of grabbing a drink, you guys, we are so thrilled to welcome back Matt Lacas and Rosie Callaghan. They are the mad scientists behind Isolation Cocktails, which is a pandemic pivot that has taken the internet by storm, bringing social gatherings to a whole other level since the first lockdown, and they're continuing and getting you through the second lockdown. So from your homes, please give a round of applause, a warm welcome, a round welcome. We're putting the two together because it's 2020, why not? We've got Matt and Rosie from Isolation Cocktails. Hi, friends, welcome.
Hey there.
Thank you so much for joining us. You guys were on one of our first episodes, and since then you've got a whole merch line, and you've taken over the internet. It's incredible. Congratulations.
That's a very generous way of putting it. But thank you. Yeah, no, it's really exploded in the last 3 or 4 months. We really hit our stride, and suddenly people were like, merch. We were like, yes. Do you want more money for your classes? We also said yes. So we've been getting some really cool clients. We just finished with Twitch and Amazon literally a half hour ago, which is bonkers.
Crazy.
We had no idea. And then we're now doing shows in Europe. So Belarus, Sweden, Norway, Germany. It's really it's very, very unexpected, and we're just kind of rolling with it.
Yeah.
I love that. That's great. Congratulations. So in a time when none of us are allowed to travel, you're literally traveling the world online. That is brilliant.
Yeah.
I love it. The most traveling we've ever done without leaving our home. I think that's quite fantastic. So you guys offered to come on tonight and give us a couple of holiday recipes. So tell us what we're going to be making today, and then we'll throw some other questions at you while you're making it.
Oh yeah, easy. So one of our favorite cocktails that we've kind of discovered as we make, we do constantly new cocktails every week. And one of them we ran into back in November, and we were like, okay, this is a holiday cocktail. Can't wait to bring it back. It is known as the hot buttered rum, or
the hot buttered cream, as I would be.
So those who are, whether they have kids at home, young ones, or are not drinking for whatever reasons they may have, they can enjoy this cocktail no matter what, or this mocktail no matter what. But yeah, we can jump right into it as we make it. We'll give you a little bit of history. But what you're going to need to start off is some kind of Jamaican style rum,
or if you are not partaking in the alcohol, some cream, some delicious, we all love it, cream. Or if you are vegan, then I would suggest probably oat milk, something, or macadamia milk. It's if you have not tried macadamia milk, it is, but
I was going to say I've never tried it before, but it sounds delicious.
It is the best one. In my opinion, it's a little more expensive, so maybe just for special occasions, but yes.
This is probably 100% worth it in terms of special occasions.
Yes.
What's great about this cocktail is it takes no real utensils. You don't need a shaker. All you really need is a couple ingredients and some hot water. So first things first, you'll need whatever your rum or cream or milk is, and you'll need about 2 ounces. You can throw that right into whatever kind of heat-safe mug you may have. So you can do a mug, it can be a hot toddy glass, it can be a water bottle. I don't care, as long as you put it in your mouth and you drink it and have a good time. That's kind of where we go with it.
And you don't burn yourself. That's also
not burning yourself is important in this cocktail. After that, you'll need some kind of sugar component. I use myself raw sugar for this cocktail, or
raw sugar cubes, as I have them, and we're putting 2. Yes,
2 sugar cubes, or about 2 tablespoons. I'm going to go ahead and just kind of eyeball that.
But also, if you like sugar, put more.
Yeah,
this is, as we like to say, it's your house. We're not your boss.
Yeah, you're your own bartender at home. We're going to give you the roadmap. Take a detour if you want. It's not the end of the world. And we have to hit that up with some holiday spices. Now, I use cloves and allspice. Now, if you're not into cloves, I hear some people genetically are opposed to it, like cilantro. maybe.
I was just gonna say it's like cilantro. Some people it tastes like soap, apparently.
Yeah, apparently. I mean, look, I haven't run into it yet because I feel like clove is getting more and more accepted because it's a big part of pumpkin spice culture. So I feel like it's more and more interesting and people kind of accept it. But we're going to use literally just a small pinch of clove per cocktail. It's a ground clove goes so far in drinks.
Yeah, like it's one full clove that you put in if you had like full clove. So that's how it's very potent. So be careful. Next up, we have our allspice. We have ours from Bulkborn because we like a good deal. And then you get a hefty pinch of this guy.
Yeah, you're trying to
a little bit more.
Roughly around the same amount as your clove, so kind of half and half. And then just going to top this off with a little bit of hot water. Of course, be careful. Don't hurt yourselves. I know we're all adults here, but if you got kids making these for you, because, if I had my, nieces and nephews around, I wouldn't exactly say I put them to work. But, like, this is one of the ones that they might get into.
Yeah, exactly. Everyone likes to stir. Stirring is a universal fun thing to do.
And then finally, the star of the show, you gotta get yourselves about a teaspoon of unsalted.
Oh my God, just right in there, eh?
Right in there. And what you're gonna do is you're gonna stir this up until you have a nice warm and frothy buttery top. Now, this cocktail comes to us from the pre-colonial days in the U.S. in New England. And what's great about this is that they used to make a ton of rum. They drank about 5 gallons per person per year of rum back in the day. And it was terrible rum. It was god-awful. New Englanders made bad rum. So the Jamaican rum is the preference here. So if you got that on hand, go for it. If not, any rum will do. If your butter like mine is cold, feel free to scoop out that little bit of extra that isn't melting down. It's not the end of the world.
I'm gonna keep mine in because I like it. I think it looks like a garnish. It's like, when you have a piece of toast and you have the square piece of butter in the middle. I think it looks aesthetically pleasing.
Butter. Fantastic. And then you can garnish that off with a little bit of cinnamon dust or a cinnamon stick if you wanted to, or you can keep it as is. But that's it, folks. That's as simple as a cocktail can be. Happy holidays. Cheers.
Cheers, everyone.
Yeah, cheers to you guys. I've never thought to drink butter.
Okay, it's definitely an interesting taste. And it's something that I think everyone should try once. And it's a fun family activity. Like I said, going online and having a cocktail this holiday season with your family is going to be, I think, a thing we all end up doing. And doing something that nobody has tried before is an experience you all get to share online.
True.
So drinking butter, you got to try it. There's nothing like it. It lathers your tongue. The spices warm your insides. The hot water is great. And then that kick of rum or cream really sweetens out the rest of it. But yeah, there you go. A quick and easy holiday cocktail.
It looks great. I'm having flashbacks to that Seinfeld episode. I think is it Seinfeld?
Maybe. I'm not sure.
They wanted a hot buttered rum, and they're like, "What does it taste like?" She's like, "But this looks so much more appetizing." So now. This sounds great. I'm not gonna lie. The idea of drinking butter does not scare me. I'm very into this. I'm going to, I think, partake in a hot buttered cream, and I know my mom will really like that hot buttered rum. So we put the recipe up on our Facebook group, but we're gonna post it again. So now that you've been inspired with the demonstration, and you guys this is so great, being able to get a little bit of insight as you're making it, and and you guys are, of course, for those who don't know, performers that this is a pivot as well for you guys. So where can we find you if people are like, this is a thing I want to do with my fam? How can they become part of the hashtag cocktail fam?
Yeah, so there's a couple ways. The first and easiest way and free of charge way is every Saturday night. Every Saturday night at 8 p.m. Eastern or 5 p.m. Pacific, you can join the Cocktail Fam for the free Saturday night class where we teach 4 fantastically diverse cocktails, all according to a theme of the night, with about 40 to 60 people across the U.S. and Canada. That's number one. Number two
is we obviously have an Instagram page where we post recipes, photos, our sponsors. We have some amazing new sponsor, which we'll talk about in just a second. So you can follow us there, and we obviously keep you updated on what the Saturday class is doing, any classes that we're doing outside, we have a partnership with this really awesome place in the East End Mess Hall. So yeah, you can check us out there as well.
And then of course we have our vendor page at side Biz Studio.
Classic Side Biz Studio. We
Which-
all love
which-
Side
which
Biz
side-
Studio.
Which, I mean, Kelsey and Jacob have done such a great job of supporting us and allowing us to succeed in so many ways. So a big hand of applause, or a round of applause, if you will, to them. Round, one of those round one of those.
Round welcome.
And you know, you can find us there. You can book us for a private class for your family, small as intimate as a date night, or as big as 25 to 100. And our prices are not really moving right now. We're keeping them cheap. We want everyone to get together online in a safe way this holiday season. So they are affordable, and we got some room left in December. We got people booking up in January, which is crazy. We really thought after the holidays this was done, but it seems like this is going to continue to grow until we combust. So, you know, yeah, those would be the best 3 ways of going about getting in contact.
Amazing. So before we let you guys go, because we know you guys are so busy right now, which is fantastic. What are your favorite holiday cocktails, Matt and Rosie? If you had to choose, what do you drink that invokes the holidays to you?
Weirdly enough, for me, my family's always been really into coffee, and I haven't been until the pandemic. The pandemic hit, I'm like, cool, coffee is a thing I want to get into. So I've been playing around with espresso martinis. Specifically, my favorite right now that I've kind of created on my own is a salted hazelnut espresso martini.
Oh my.
Using some Frangelico for hazelnut, a little pinch of salt goes a long way. That would be my kind of go-to holiday cocktail.
Yeah, I actually just discovered one. Someone from our cocktail fam actually booked a class with us, and they introduced this cocktail to us, and it's called the Poinsettia Sparkler. The Poinsettia Sparkler. So it's a really simple, it's Prosecco, champagne, sparkling wine, whatever one of those you want to do. Cranberry juice and triple sec orange liqueur, right? He's the one who knows the recipes. I just get to watch. But yeah, and the really cool thing about that specific one is it's another one that can be a mocktail. So you just use your soda water, cranberry juice, and then an orange juice instead of your triple sec punch or whatever orange liqueur you have. And so that one I just think is a great option for having on a little plate to give to all of your bubble at the holidays. So yeah, that one.
Yeah. And I appreciate that you guys put as much effort in the flavor profilings of the mocktails as you do the cocktails, because I think it's really important that, we recognize that not everybody drinks alcohol, and that's not as big of a part of everybody's holiday as it is for some. And, cranberry juice or soda water and lime, not as exciting as an option. So I really appreciate that you guys offer such flavorful options on either side, because I think that kind of inclusivity is really important. And so, friends, if you are interested in doing a mixology session with Isolation Cocktails, check them out, sidebizstudio.ca/stores/isolation-cocktails/ And you can also check out our Instagram, because we've got their Instagram on our Instagram, but also you could just cut out the middleman and follow them too. Follow everybody you see on here. Go to our Instagram, find them, follow them, support them. It's easy and it's fun. So Matt, Rosie, congratulations on everything you're doing with Isolation Cocktails, keeping people connected. Even though we can't be in the same room, we can still share the same activities. And I wish you all the best for the rest of 2020 and going into 2021. Cheers.
Cheers.
Thanks, friends. Thanks so much to Matt Lacas and Rosie Callaghan of Isolation Cocktails. Be sure to check them out. Speaking of checking things out, we have another digital Christmas special, this time coming from Tweed & Company. It is a Tweed & Company virtual Christmas. Now, the holidays are upon us once again, and what better way to celebrate than an incredible evening of music and laughter in support of local charities. Their super popular annual Christmas show returns this year for even more merrymaking and holiday cheer, and this year they'll be spreading the joy in a virtual edition. Now, this is available on their YouTube channel from December 23rd until January 1st. And you can go to their website, www.tweedandcompany.com, to find tickets. You can also find out more information on their Instagram. Speaking of following on the Instagram, go over there at Tweed & Company. Again, that starts on the 23rd, which is Wednesday. If I didn't have a show every other Monday, I wouldn't know what day of the week it was ever, probably. But it starts Wednesday, and it is available until January 1st. So check out Tweed and Company Digital Holiday Special. Speaking of holiday specials, we have two ladies joining us that have been spreading musical cheer all over the place, and they have a holiday special coming up as well that they are performing literally coast to coast. It's quite phenomenal, and I say this almost every week, but guys, I mean it. Like, the creativity and the perseverance and persistence of this community is next to none. It is incredible, and I feel continuously inspired, and these two ladies are no exception, and I'm so thrilled to welcome them. Please, from your home, give a round, why do I keep doing that? A warm welcome, a round of applause. We're just going to use round welcome. That's it. We're doing it. It's a thing. It's fetch. It's happening. A round welcome to Heather McGuigan and Jade Repeta. Hi. Welcome.
Hi, Jenny. How's it going?
Good. It's so good to see you both.
Nice to see you too.
How are you? How are you holding up? You guys are busy right now.
Well,
You're keeping up with it.
We're, like everyone else, you're doing what you can.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
This music in the background, just as like maybe you're in an elevator, maybe you're in the lobby of your hotel.
Remember hotels?
Smooth jazz.
I love it. Yeah, it's got that like kind of hotel lobby, wind in your hair, wind in your mask kind of feel. I love it. And Jade, I have to say, it's so nice to see your whole face.
Oh, yes, this is the bottom part.
I know, it's nice. It's nice to put it all together.
Are also beautiful from the nose down. I knew it in my heart soul, but
oh my goodness. So Heather, I want to start with you. You've started Heather's Garden Variety like not too long after the pandemic hit. So tell us a bit about what led up to you creating that and kind of how it started and like a garden grew.
Yeah. Well, like March happened and we I went to rehearsal one morning for Spamalot. I think it was the Spamalot day, and our stage manager was at the door and was like, "Yeah, no, you're not coming in the building today, and we don't know when we'll see you." So we all head home. That's such a similar story that so many people experienced. So I guess like, you start going through and people started teaching yoga online and you start going, okay, well, what can I could teach yoga. Do I want to teach exercise classes? Should I just like, I have a son, so I was like, well, I could, just be with my son, but this is a very long time, all day and every day, for an artist, even though I love him dearly. I was like, I'm gonna need something. And then I guess like around June, I really like it honestly seems so silly to have not come to me sooner to go, hey, I sing. So maybe I should try singing for money. And maybe people will give me money for my singing. So you take the pictures and you create all the internet things and you make your Instagram profile and you design your concerts and then you put it on the internet and go, and bless Jen Stewart for booking my very first concert for her mom and her son Luca in Stratford, which was a joy. And then it kind of kept going, and then we kept adding shows and adding artists and figuring out new ways to do this. And then I called Aiden DeSalas, and the two of us had done the last 5 years at Neptune in January of that year, and I said, hey, that like wildly emotionally taxing, difficult show, don't I like do that in people's backyards? So he was like, yeah. So we put that all together. So we actually like performed like a truncated version of the entire show.
Wow.
We did a lot of performances of that. And then it got to the point where there were 11 different shows, performing with 8 different singers. And then as we sort of started to head into winter and things got colder and you kind of go, okay, well, what about a Christmas thing?
How do we make this work?
How do we make this work?
Right.
Like that's like literally the sentence of 2020. How do we make this work? And again, once again, like you kind of put it out online and be like, does anybody want this at home? And we just did a concert before this, which I think was our 14th or 15th of this like 30-minute holiday presentation that the two of us have done. And we're going to squeeze in a couple more before lockdown happened. And we just sort of were like, okay, we have some in 28th, 29th. So we're going to have to see if we can squeeze them in beforehand before we all head back into our houses.
Right.
But,
can't stop that. There you go.
Yeah.
I love that. And Jade, you have a business as well. We don't want to
again.
You did. So I said you've got a side business as well.
Oh, I do.
You want to tell us a little bit about that? I know we're going to get into more music and all that, but I don't want to breeze over that because that's awesome also.
Oh, thanks, dude. Yeah, my quick 20-second pitch. I started last Christmas messing around with leather scraps. I was doing hairspray at Theater Aquarius, and me and Monique Lund were living together, and we went to this leather store, and because we liked the way it smelled. And we bought like $10 worth of scraps, and we started messing around. We made Christmas gifts for everyone. And then the pandemic happened, and I got bored, so I started playing with the little bits that I had left. And then it turned into Leather by Jade. So now I take dead stock and scrap leather, and I divert it from landfills because a lot of the times leather stores just burn or throw away their scrap. And I take it and I make pretty things. So I give them a second life. So yeah, I've been doing ornaments, and then I do like, earrings, necklaces, and bow ties, and other dog collars. I'm spreading out. It's pretty fun. I really like it.
I have loved coming over here every few days and be like, what are you making now? Can I see what you made? What you made?
Oh my
what you
gosh.
making?
And you've already bought some stuff. So she did.
Amazing.
Yeah, really fun.
So check out Leather by Jade on the Instagram, and check out Heather's Garden Variety on Instagram. And I guess we can't really talk about like if people want to book it, but it's a virtual show.
So we will come to your living room live. So it's not necessarily we have done some streamed concerts, but something that we really love is to be able to see the faces of the people. So we've done Zoom, we've done FaceTime, we've done Facebook Messenger, we've done StreamYard, we've used so
all the platforms,
and FaceTime. I think so. My favorite FaceTime's kind of my favorite because you really do get to interact with the people and ask them questions and chat and just get a chance to really connect, which is the basis of what we do, and that's really has been highlighted so much in taking away all of the bells and whistles that we can have, and it really just came down to sitting on a stool and sharing music and stories with people, and it was really awesome. And so my goal with this is just like I really want to keep that connective experience. So yes, there are still a couple more days. You can go to Heather's Garden Variety. It'll take you through to my website, but yes, you can book the concert online. Hey, look at that, there's my website. Yes, you can book it online. We still have a couple days before lockdown, so yes, we come to your living room and sing for you.
Amazing. Well, that's fantastic, and congratulations to you both on everything that you've been doing and your creativity and your, like I said, this community blows my mind on a regular basis. And
it's just we were watching you go through this and watching you like pull the screens in and pull this ad up and zoom these people out, and we're like, this is crazy.
It's so cool.
This is crazy what we're figuring out how to do. Just
to
stay connected to people and how important it is.
Yeah, and it proves that people need it. Yeah, a lot of the times I feel like as artists sometimes we go, are we disposable? Like when things like this happen and something else is the main focus of everybody's lives. So like, do people need us? And people need us. And we need each other too. So
Absolutely. I think you're absolutely right with that, which is why what you're doing, and same with like isolation cocktails, and same with all of the Christmas specials, especially like companies with patrons. Those patrons look forward, they book their years around this programming. And especially with our older residents, like that connectivity and connectivity for anybody. I mean, we're pack animals as humans, and we need that. So really it is important. And I think us as creators need to get that out of our bodies and put it into something. So I think you're absolutely right on all sides.
Thanks to you for doing this. This is incredible. You're fantastic.
Well, we're big fans of both of you over here, and of really all the guests we have. We're really just fans that want to have you on. So really, it's just selfish. It's really but speaking of coming to people's living rooms, you are coming to everyone's living room tonight by joining us. So what do you have in store for us, Heather and Jade?
We are gonna do a musical theater tune, and we have sung a lot of Christmas songs, and we do have a lot of Christmas songs that are off the list.
Yeah.
I'll Be Home for Christmas. We can't sing that one. There's a lot of them we're like, I can't.
Yeah, too soon.
But there is a musical theater tune that undeniably speaks to the power of connecting with others and the power of music, what it means to me, and hopefully what it means to share that message with others. And that is the message we would like to share tonight, particularly as we all head quietly back into our homes again.
Mm-hmm.
So this song is for you.
Great. Heather and Jade, thank you so much.
Thanks, Jenny.
Child, I know you're weary and your eyes want to close, and the days are getting longer. We're not getting any stronger. Trust me, Mama knows. But lie in my arms while you're sleeping, and think of the rivers you've crossed. I'll tell you the dreams I've been keeping for moments like this, when your hope is lost. Hear my song, it'll help you believe in tomorrow. Hear my song, it'll show you the way you can shine. Hear my song, it was made for a time when you don't know where to go. Listen to the song that I sing, you'll be fine.
I know you're frightened and your throat's parched and dry, but just trust in our singing and the gift tomorrow's bringing. Trust it, don't ask why. Just lie in my arms and I'll tell you the things that you know but forget, the lies no one ever could sell you. I know that it's hard, but don't give up yet. Hear my song, it'll help you believe in tomorrow. Hear my song, it'll show you the way you can shine. Hear my song, it was made for a time when you don't
to the song that I sing. You'll be fine.
'Cause I'll be singing a hold on, hold tight. I know it's dark right now, but just believe somehow soon there will be light. Hold on, hold fast.
That's not enough for some, but trust the light will come and we'll get past.
You and Mama safe at last. Hear my song. It'll help us get through to tomorrow.
My song, it'll show you the way you can shine.
Hear my song. It's the one thing I have that has never let me down. Listen to the song that I sing.
Listen to the words in my heart.
Listen to the hope I can bring, and we'll start to grow and shine. Listen to the song that I sing, and trust me, you'll be
Heather McGuigan and Jade Repeta. Ladies, thank you so much. That was beautiful.
Thanks, Jen.
Oh, I love that song. I just have all the chills, Thank you for that. That was beautiful. Cheers to you both.
Cheers, babe.
Happy holidays.
We miss you. We love you.
No, I know it's so weird. But thank you for being here. It's so good to see both your faces and hear your voices. Also, like your voices are sick together. Holy cow! Like I love it. It's like frequency perfection. I'm such a fan.
Similar tone.
You know. So this is the Instagram for Heather's Garden Variety. And if you're looking for some sustainably responsible leather goods, you got Leather by Jade as well. So be sure to throw these ladies some follows and check out their awesome work. And thank you both so much. Wishing you all the best over the holidays and into the new year. And thanks for keeping joy and music alive.
Thanks for
Jenny.
having us.
Thank you.
Our pleasure. Hope to see you soon. Bye. So if you are interested in booking a concert in your very own living room, you can go to www.heathermcguigan.com. Speaking of entertainment in your living room, happening now is Jingle Babs. Jingle Babs, aka Barbara Johnson, is having her first holiday fundraising television special in the tradition of some favorite holiday specials of the past, from Judy Garland to Pee Wee Herman. Jingle Babs and Friends guarantees Christmas cards, fireside chats, original music, and old chestnuts, special guests, and maybe even a visit from Kris Kringle. Now, the show is available now, I believe, until New Year's Eve. You can go to sidebizstudio.ca/product/jingle-babs, and you can grab a ticket there, and we'll do a post as well, so you can find it on our Facebook page. So much holiday goodness. And speaking of holiday goodness, the hits just keep coming, and I am so thrilled to welcome our next guests. They are the team behind a brand new holiday musical called Christmas. Please welcome Matt and Katie to the show. A round welcome to you both.
A round welcome to you.
Well, Thank you very much. I love it. Look at you guys are just the holidays personified. Looking all cozy. Thank you so much for joining us. It's so great to have you both.
Thank you for having us.
Yeah, we're really happy to be here.
Oh, listen, the feeling is so mutual. So tell us, what inspired you guys to team up and write a Christmas musical?
Yeah, well, Katie and I have been working and writing for about a year now, and we were working on a show that was based off a book, and we weren't able to get the rights to produce the musical version of it. So, we felt down on ourselves, and we thought to ourselves, well, what can we do that is especially timely to this year? What do people need to hear? What are people maybe missing out on this year? And the idea of Christmas naturally came to us probably in March. And we knew there wouldn't be a typical Christmas this year. And that's really difficult because, people aren't going to be able to make memories with their families like they typically do. And musical theater is a big part of the holidays for people as well. And we saw this kind of opportunity here that there could be a Christmas musical that reminds people about the magic of Christmas in itself. Mm-hmm. And that's kind of where that all jumping point began.
I love it. And yeah, to have the foresight of wanting to offer people something special over this year's holiday, not having any idea. Remember when we thought it was like 2 weeks? Remember that? Remember those times, guys? Remember those times? I'm having a Jones moment. But here we are, and thank goodness that you had that idea. So the movie, it's a movie and musical. So first, I'll get you to, so it exists on both platforms. That sounds like a challenge and a half. Tell us a little bit about that first before we go into the actual show itself.
Yeah, we started writing it as a musical in the hopes that, the pandemic would only be about 2 weeks. And when that was that timeline was getting further and further along, we realized that the only medium really to create anything right now that is safe would be film. So the birth of it came from, the lack of Christmas content in live theater and wanting to put something into that canon. And the pandemic sort of shifted it into this opportunity to also have it exist in film. And Matt and I have done Elf together more than once. And so that's a show really that, obviously in TV or in film foremost, and then a musical adaptation of it. And so we figured, well, if we started out writing a musical for the stage, why could we not just also at the same time be writing it into a musical movie as well?
I love that. Like, dream big. Dream big. Because why not?
Yep.
Why not? And I love that so much. So the show is called Christmases. Can you tell us a little bit about the story?
Yeah, absolutely. So it is about a family, a father and his children who no longer have their mother, and their dad is very invested in his career, and he gets an opportunity to advance himself in that position if he will propose to the boss's daughter, who is his sort of interim girlfriend, who the kids do not like at all. And so she gets invited on their family Christmas vacation to their cabin. But in an attempt to offer them some time alone, her father hires a nanny. And sort of the children change their Christmas list and sort of renounce all the gifts they asked for and ask Santa at the last minute to help their dad find someone that will be right for him. And so Santa sort of intervenes and sends Holly to them as their nanny for this trip. And as Vicky's position, the girlfriend sort of gets threatened. She takes more and more action to try and secure her position in getting married. And the kids, in turn, see that their dad is sort of falling for Holly. And so they are trying to foil any attempts Vicky is making on sort of keeping her claim on their dad. So lots of traditional holiday movie tropes sort of wound up into one Christmas kaleidoscope.
Yeah.
I love that. A Christmas kaleidoscope. I love that. I'm holding on to that one. And we actually have a clip of one of the songs from Christmases. So let's check it out.
Thank you.
I can't stand Christmas music.
Sorry, Scrooge. What was that?
It's the same songs every year. How are we not sick of it yet?
Christmas song can bring you back to times you've had before. That sweet and simple melody from golden days of yore. And whether you're a Grinch or you're a caroler at the door, you hear that old familiar sound you can't ignore. When it starts to snow, hearts begin to by the hand and put you in a sleigh across a winter wonderland. You find yourself the drummer boy inside a marching band. It's full of Christmas magic you can't understand. Hear the voices ring. See them Christmas song.
connects you with the people you have missed. For family is the one thing that's on everybody's list. And underneath the mistletoe you're hoping to be kissed by a certain someone that you once dismissed. Loved ones gathered round, hear the happy sound. You know you are bound to sing along to a Christmas song.
There you have it, a clip of what's to come from Christmasses, and we are talking to Matt and Katie, and they are writer, composer, director, producer, wearing all of the hats, all the Christmas hats behind this project. Now, there were some familiar faces in that clip, and we like to have the credits roll because, you know, it's so important to recognize everybody's hard work right now, especially when, you know, we're doing it on a hope and a prayer sometimes. So, you know, it's important to us to recognize that. But familiar faces, who else can we find in the cast? There's some awesome people involved in this.
In the video there, we had Michael Toronto, Marisa McIntyre, Robin Calder, Gabe Antonacci, Heather Cossack, Devin Michael Brown, Miles Faber, and Alex Krenian. We also have 2 videos you can see on our Kickstarter page featuring Danielle Wade, a Canadian musical theater well-known person, and she's singing one of our songs, and we also have Shalina Kennedy singing another one of our songs as well. So we've been very fortunate to get so many amazing people attached to this project. And one anecdote I want to give is when we were having rehearsals, it must have been the first time so many people were even dancing in 7 months, and there was just a real kind of freshness in it. That's something a lot of people are going to feel when, you know, the world starts to come back to normal here and we can perform the way we want to.
And the amazing part of that is that all 3 couples that were our dancer couples, they're all married. So they were all in each other's COVID bubble, and all of the choreography kept them 6 feet apart. Sarah Vance did our choreography, and she did an amazing job at making the space look full, but keeping everybody at a distance sort of from each couple, and yet being able to utilize the pairs themselves within, you know, sort of the COVID conscious world we have to live in now.
Absolutely. And I mean, hats off to everyone just for being so adaptable. I think as artists, we have that inherent adaptability. Otherwise, how would you handle this business on a regular day? But especially during a pandemic, to take what we've learned and then twist it up a little bit and make it possible to continue doing what we do. So congratulations to you guys and your whole team for making all of that possible and making it work under these crazy conditions. So what is the ultimate dream for Christmasses? We're on Winter Solstice. It's peak manifestation time. It is in the cosmos. So let's put it into words. What is the dream for Christmasses, you guys?
Yeah, absolutely. Our peak dream at this point in the short term is to make a full-length feature film of this story, maintaining quality the way you saw in the video there, and creating something that people can enjoy for not just this Christmas to come, but many Christmases to come after that. And originally, we conceived this as a stage show, so we are absolutely going to be pulling on that thread and bringing this to life for the stage as well. Whenever we can.
Yeah, is allowed to.
Whenever it happens, and it will happen. It is happening. Guys, thank you so much for joining us. We'll be sure to put a link to your Kickstarter on our Facebook group so people can get involved if they choose to. A great Christmas gift to the community is chipping in a little bit if you're able. And if not, there'll be other ways to support the project as it moves along. Matt, Katie, congratulations. It's such a beautiful piece, and I can't wait to see what happens with it. And wishing you both very happy holidays and a great new year. It's going to be a good one.
All the same to you as well.
Thank you so much. Take care, you guys. Bye for now. Oh, Christmas. It is the season of Christmas movies. All of the Christmas movies, all of the Christmas entertainment. And it doesn't stop there. Don't you forget that it is very Christerical Christmas cabaret season. We had Chris Sugiuchi on the show last episode, and the show is still going. It is available now until New Year's, and you can get tickets at chrissugiuchi.com. You can also check out his Instagram at Chris Sugiuchi, and in his bio, he has a link for tickets as well. So you do not want to miss it. I watched it the other day. Make sure you have your tissues. You'll laugh, you'll cry. And, you know, I could say the same thing about our next guests as well. They'll make you laugh. They'll make you cry. They'll make you snort laughter. They're notorious for doing this. And we're so thrilled to welcome them back after their second annual Christmakah Variety Show from the new local. Please give a round welcome to Gabi Epstein and Jeremy LaPalme, aka Team LaPepstein.
Hey, gentlemen.
Round welcome. welcome. I
I'm
don't.
feeling like a bit of a round welcome myself these days. I'm not gonna lie. Man, this holiday's beautiful, but there's a lot of food happening.
You're beautiful. You're beautiful.
Son, you look fantastic.
Yay,
Every time we
we're
see
so
you, like,
happy
oh
to
my
see
God,
you
our friend Jenny's so
again.
good.
It's camera angles. It's camera angles, but I will accept
all
it.
Keeping it high, keeping it bright.
Keeping it high. That's it. Yes.
Give it, this is just chairs on the lowest setting possible. Lowest setting.
Right now.
You're just missing the cat under the tree. I need a new production assistant. She's lazy. Guys, it's so good to see you. Happy holidays. And you just had your Christmakah Variety Show just happened.
We did. It was great. We've been it's been so wonderful this year to experiment with all of these different ways of performing and to sort of switch it into a virtual format. And I think that our Christmakah show, was kind of the culmination of a lot of things that we've learned this year, both sort of emotionally and also technologically. And so we were so happy to be able to deliver this show. We did it last year live.
Yeah, we made the big mistake of calling that one the first annual Epstein Christmakah show. So we're like, well, we got to do it again. This was
that sets you up.
Well, when you
Trey-
say the first, then you got to do it.
Trey presumptuous of us, but we that's what we are.
Look, it's like I said to Matt and Katie, you got to dream big. Dream big. Because why not? Why the heck not?
Yeah.
So what was so comparing now, you've done one in person, which I was at last year, and I laughed, I cried, I snorted very loudly. I think it was distracting for some
We have you on video, we can hear live feed in our video from last year. We're like, oh, there's Jenny.
Just howling. I can't help it. You guys are funny. Deal with it. So you've done one in person and one digital. So what kind of are the standout moments or standout differences? Because that's very cool to have done. With our show, we were live and now we're digital. So it's a cool kind of comparison. How do the two compare?
It's so funny. At first, a big problem that we felt we were having is you can't feel the room like you can live. Like when you tell a joke or you do a song and you can just feel the energy. You don't have that in the virtual sphere. But what you do have, we do ours over Zoom. So and we do a lot of interactive chat-based stuff.
Sure you do.
There's ways that the audience can directly impact the show and be a part of it. Mm-hmm. And so they can do that almost even more than you could in a live setting.
We find that, specifically when we are doing something live, there's a lot of really fantastic pre-recorded sort of post-production stuff out there, but we really wanted to do something live on the floor in the moment. And so our challenge of this year was, how do we capture the live element? How do we use live not only to our advantage, but to make it a more impactful and really more personable experience for the audience to know that they are live in the room with us and that we are performing live for them. So it's a shared experience that way.
That's great. And I know that the audience appreciates it too.
It's freaky for us. Nothing more real than pressing camera on and sound on and go this and go that when you are fully live.
We are desperate for stage management. We would love a stage manager in our home.
Use that solstice power, manifest that stage manager, you guys. I'm huge. I don't know if everybody has an idea. I am a huge believer in this whole thing. The veil is thin. Use it. So stage management for the new local. This can happen. We can do this.
There
you go.
If you're a stage manager looking to be a part of a husband-wife duo's online act, come to the new local, please. We need you desperately.
Find them on Instagram. And even if you're not a stage manager, find them on Instagram anyway, because they're great. So, Jeremy, I noticed that you've got a beer in your hand there, and I feel like that is part of a tradition that you have called Advent. Is this your Advent calendar beer?
Part of a beer Advent calendar that I got delivered from Brock Street Brewery. They're out in Whitby. And so it's so adorable. It's dressed up like an Advent calendar. And each day it's a 2-4, and there are 24 different beers. Today's
Ooh, a peppermint stout. Oh, no.
We're starting to get real.
Jer
Christmakah
opened
here.
one live on the show the other night, and
Mhm.
like I think it just goes with our local vibe as well, as you know that the new local is all about supporting local businesses and providing sort of a food or beverage or business and show shared experience. We have our Leather by Jade bow tie right here.
Gabi got that.
Oh, yes, you do.
My minis by Monique Lund upstairs. We had a Lockwood toy that actually I gave away for Christmas to we got Craig's cookies. We are about local businesses. Support local.
Yeah. I mean, you guys are definitely huge, local support heroes and leaders in that extent. And congratulations on everything you've done with the new local over the past, however many months this has been happening. It just, some things feel like they just were always there, And I feel like the new local is one of those things. And I bring up the Advent calendar because, Jeremy, you celebrate Christmas. And part of the Christmas tradition is Advent.
Yeah.
But Gabi, tell us about, you don't celebrate Christmas, you celebrate Hanukkah. And then we've got the Christmakah between the two of you. So tell us about your kind of mix of holiday traditions that you've got in the Epstein house.
Well, it kind of goes along with the Epstein merge. We like the Christmakah because, we both came from families where we had a lot of specific moments and things about the holidays that meant a lot to us. And now it's this fun thing of like finding, well, what do we really like and put that in? And what do we think was, not so, like Gabi can't stand chocolate orange. So boom, gone. That was easy. Things that you like, they stay, and things that you don't, they can kind of go. And building our own holiday.
That's what's been kind of really exciting about doing Christmakah in our home, is really creating new traditions that combine both of our favorite traditions into something that's really special and unique for the two of us.
I think that's beautiful. I love that. You guys are adorable. It's disgusting. It's great.
Stop it.
I learned how to play dreidel.
I learned how to play dreidel.
Okay.
Win,
Gimmel's the good one.
and Shin is bad.
That's
You
give,
lose
yeah,
half
you
your
lose
money.
half.
And then Nun is just kind of meh, nothing happened.
It's really good. He's like, and I I never had a Christmas tree growing up. And so we have our little tree here. We still have our menorah here, even though Hanukkah's gone. We just are like, but like presents under the tree, that's something that I just always wanted that I never really got to have. And so the fact that we have it in our home right now is really lovely. And we can celebrate something that makes us both excited about the holiday.
You really can have it all. You can have it all.
If you want a piece of Christmakah, go ahead. We'll let you know to have some. Put it in your life. It's a lot of fun.
Christmakah is a lot of fun. There are donuts even. There are like fried potatoes and donuts, and also eggnog and deliciousness.
Jeez, I need a Tums just thinking about it.
And me too.
Welcome.
Yes,
you guys are gonna share a number from your Christmakah Variety Show with us tonight. What have you got in store?
So this was one of our little mashups. So this is we did a lot of sort of Christmakah songs where we did sort of Christmas and Hanukkah combined stuff. But I'm very okay that Hanukkah is done, and
It's Christmas time, everybody.
But this is a very special little mashup that we did specifically for our show that the amazing Scott Christian made this wonderful track for us based on our millions of voice memos and emails trying to get across exactly what we wanted.
Yeah,
and I think he did.
This song kind of represents what you said, like, you can have it all. Why not?
Go for it, Jer.
I will. Welcome to my Christmas song. I'd like to thank you for the year. So we're sending you this Christmas card to say it's nice to have you here. Right here. I'd like to sing about the things your eyes and mine can see. So hop aboard your turntable. Whoa, step into Christmas with me. Yeah. Step into Christmas, let's join together. We can watch the snow fall forever and ever. Eat, drink, and be merry. Come to next year and keep us smiling through the days. Show 'em how, guys. If we can help to entertain you, well, you know that we'll find a way. So Merry Christmas, one and all. There's no place I'd rather be than helping you to sing along. Whoa, stepping into Christmas with me. Hey, hey, hey. Step into Christmas, let's join together. We can watch the snow fall forever and ever. Eat, drink, and be merry. Come along with me. Step into Christmas, the admission's free. Take it away.
I don't want a lot for Christmas. There is just one thing I need. I don't care about the presents underneath that Christmas tree. I don't want a lot for Christmas. Just one thing I'm asking for. I just want to see my baby coming through our living room door. I just want you for my own, more than you would ever know. Make my wish come true. Baby, all I want for Christmas is you.
Into Christmas, let's join together. We can watch the snow fall forever and ever.
All the lights are shining so brightly everywhere.
And the sound of children's laughter fills the air.
And everybody's singing.
I hear those sleigh bells ringing. Santa, won't you please sing me what I really need? Oh, won't you please sing my baby to me? Yeah.
It's been a weird year, everybody.
We can watch the snow fall forever
We
and
hope this
ever.
has brought you some joy.
Let's join together.
Here's to 2021!
Forever and ever.
All I want
We can watch the snow forever and ever.
all I
We can watch the snow fall forever and ever.
all I
Together we can watch the snow fall forever and ever. Join together we can watch the snow fall forever and ever.
All I want for Christmakah is you.
Step into Christmakah.
Yeah! Gabi Epstein, Jeremy LaPalme from the New Local. Friends, thank you so much. That was
always for having us.
That mashup was amazing. I love that.
Thank you. That
Scott
was
Christian, man, that track. Mwah.
Thank
All
you.
right, Scott Christian, shout out to you. Wow, that was very fun. Well, I mean, thank you guys so much for being such a big part of our 2020. And we're so glad when we get to have you here on the show to share your very special brand of glad tidings and joy.
It's our pleasure. It's really a treat for us as well. And thanks for always including us. We love you, and we can't wait to see what's up next year.
Can't wait. Okay, happy holidays, you too. We'll see you in the new year.
Yeah, for sure.
Bye.
Bye.
Oh, you guys, the new year is coming. It is coming fast. And we have a fun special announcement for you tonight. And I'm going to bring up my friend Olivia from Artist in Residence. We had them on not too long ago. Olivia, hi, friend. Welcome.
Hello again. Hi.
Oh, nice to see you. Thanks for coming by.
Oh, I'm so happy to be here. What a fun show. Oh my gosh.
Right? So silly, so wonderful. It's such a mix every time. We're so lucky. And so you're here with us tonight because Singular Sensation is partnering with Artist in Residence to bring everyone a New Year's Eve special. Guys, we are going to be getting us into the new year. Olivia, tell us a little bit. Tell the people what we're doing.
So, as Jenny mentioned, Artists in Residence, which is a company founded by myself and my partner, Jeremy Ferdman, we are teaming up with Jenny and Singular Sensation to present you all a virtual community celebration New Year's Eve masquerade. Get it? Masquerade. Like, leave 2020 behind with our masks in tow. And it's going to be streaming live on StreamYard as these bi-weekly events do with Singular Sensation. We are going to be bringing everyone a mix of performances, interviews, chats, community performances, Broadway stars coming to join us. It's just going to be a lot of celebration of what our community has produced during this wild time. Like you said, there's been so much beautiful adaptation and people rolling with the punches, and just this artistic community never fails to disappoint and thrive. So
it's true. Yeah, we have a lot to celebrate. I know this year has been all kinds of cuckoo bananas, dumpster fire, festival crazy, but we have a lot to celebrate. And also the holidays are hard enough, but particularly during a pandemic. And it's really important to us, Singular Sensation and Artists in Residence as well, that no one is left alone. You are not alone, to quote Into the Woods. And we are going to be here with you, taking you into the new year. We've got some great Broadway artists. We've got some great Canadian artists and Canadian companies, a lot of former guests. We're going to have some mental health check-ins, and just keep it light and bright and celebratory, because we have a lot to be proud of. And we want you all to know that we are so proud of our community, and it's important to us that you know that we're all in this together, and that's how we're going to go into the new year. So be sure to follow Artist in Residence and Singular Sensation on Instagram to find out the details. When it'll be December 31st in the evening, who will be joining us. It's such a great mix of people already. We're going to do some giveaways. We're going to have some signups as well. So if you want to spend the last moments of 2020 singing to the rooftops, we want to have you here to do it with us. And Olivia and I are going to co-host it together. It's going to be a great time. So move over, Dick Clark's Rockin' New Year's Rockin' Eve. We're coming, and we're gonna have a great time. And we invite you all to join us as well.
Yes. Let's ring in the new year in style, together, on a high note, all that good stuff. And
all that good stuff. Olivia, thanks for stopping by. I'm so excited for us to co-host this event together. And yeah, stay tuned for all the details, you guys. It's going to be an awesome, awesome night.
Thanks.
All right.
So long, everyone. Can't wait.
We'll see you soon, Olivia. Thanks for stopping by. Bye.
Be there in time.
Take care. I'll see you tomorrow morning.
Production meeting. Woo.
Bye. Oh, you guys, we are down to our last musical performance of 2020, and I just need to take a moment to say thank you all so much for your support of our show since we pivoted and went online as a result of this pandemic when we couldn't do our show live anymore. Community is so important to us. Celebrating, supporting, highlighting, including, and keeping conversations moving really means a lot to us. And you've really been such a bright light during such an uncertain time. So thank you to all of our guests who have joined us over the past 9 months. Thank you to everyone who's tuned in, who comments, who follows us, who follows our guests and supports our community. We really are all in this storm together. Yes, in different ways and different circumstances, but we are here for you. We will always be here for you. And in the spring of 2021, you guys, Singular Sensation will be 10 years old. So we're looking forward to celebrating our 10th anniversary with you all when we move into the new year. On a high note, we're going to do the New Year's Eve special. That's going to be fun, so stay tuned for that. And I'm so, so thrilled to welcome back to the show a dear friend of ours to close down our final regular episode of the year. Please give a round welcome to our friend, the legend, the icon, the fellow himself, Mark Cassius.
Wow, it just gets better every time.
Every time you come back, we just add another.
I just keep, I've got to work out so my shoulders can handle all that. Although you're piling on, I love it. Don't stop.
We'll give you a crane to go with
it. This was so much fun, Jenny.
Thank
the
you.
entire show was just great. All those talented people.
We have a good time.
Yeah, and very and festive, very, very lots of joy. And that's such an important thing to manifest these days, isn't it?
It is. Joy's a good one.
Joy is very important.
So, Mark, share with us, what is a lesson that you've learned over the past year?
One of the really big things I've learned is even though I'm quite capable of being alone, it ain't all that. I was alone and doing quite well for the first 3 months. I'm an only child, pretty much. I mean, I grew up alone, so I just kind of thought, okay, well, I know what this is. I can do this, and I was doing it, and not even realizing how I was just becoming demon child. I was really, it was awful, and I was being bad to myself. I was judging everything I did. And I still have a paper to finish writing for my degree, so I was trying to work on that, and eventually had to put it down, and because everything I did I criticized, and it was so counterproductive. So then I engaged people. I got into a little bubble and of very sort of like minds and positive hearts and people I felt safe with, and we lifted each other up, and that changed everything. It just made everything better, And so it's sort of like the lesson for me was just because you can doesn't mean you have to or should. Like I can cope with it. I can deal with it. I can sit and wallow in myself, whatever I can conjure. It probably won't be positive. That much I can say. And or I can reach out. That's something I've never been quite great at doing, and I am better. Thankfully, I am better. I reach out.
I think that's a beautiful lesson to learn.
Yes.
Reach out.
Reach out, because sometimes we can wait to be saved, or we can ask to be saved. Maybe we don't even know we need to be saved. Maybe we're just asking for what do we think we need, and it ends up being a salvation of a kind. So ask, reach out. That's my biggest lesson, I would say.
I think that's important and beautiful. And please, yes, absolutely, reach out and reach out to us. Reach out to a friend, even if you don't know what the outcome is going to be.
That's right.
Puts intention into motion.
Yeah. Oh yeah, love that, intention into motion. Absolutely, that's great. Yeah.
Well, Mark,
what about you, Jenny?
What about you? Oh.
Yes.
What lesson have you learned?
Yes. What lesson have you learned?
Oh my. Me, you do. Similar to yours, actually. Okay. Yeah. Not to be so hard on myself.
Yeah.
And that we are more than that's a fun one. That's a big one.
Yes.
Yeah. Those are two really big things, I think.
It's amazing. I think I can speak on this because I know you well enough to say, as generous as I think we are, conversations we've had, we talked about, I think we're generous, generous in different ways. We're not very generous with ourselves sometimes. And that's, so everyone out there, some of that, all of that, peace and goodwill we keep talking about it this season, and giving. Remember, some of that giving needs to be
starts here.
Yeah, exactly.
That's beautiful. Well, Mark, thank you for being our final performance of 2020. I'm going to turn it over to you and everyone.
What an excellent the job you've done keeping us afloat with this with Singular Sensation Online. And yes, we all want to be back doing stuff live and having audiences, but man, this is really you rock. Yeah, welcome.
Okay, Mark Cassius, take us home.
Have yourself a merry little Christmas. Let your heart be light. From now on, our troubles will be out of sight. Have yourself a merry little Christmas. Make the Yuletide gay. From now on, our troubles will be miles away. Here we are, as in olden days, happy golden days of yore. Faithful friends who are dear to us would like to gather near to us once more. Through the years, we all will be together if the fates allow. Hang a shining star upon the highest bough, and have yourself a merry little Christmas now. Here we are, as in olden days, happy golden days of yore. Faithful friends who are so dear to us, they gather near to us once more. Through the years, we all will be together if the fates allow. Hang a shining star upon the highest bough, and have yourself a merry little Christmas